Jenny's Magic Sketchbook 20, The Pit of Trash. Story by S. Nova, illustrations by ChatGPT. 1. A wasteful day. Jenny pushed her breakfast aside, tossed her lunch untouched, and barely tasted her dinner. Mom frowned gently. Jenny, sweetie, you didn't eat again? I'm not hungry, Jenny muttered, turning away from the plate. Yet as she walked to her room, her chest felt strangely tight, like someone invisible was quietly watching her. 2. The strange pull. That night, she opened her sketchbook. A pale shimmer spread across the pages, and the air in her room grew heavy and still. Oh, this feeling again, Jenny whispered. Then a sudden wind burst from the pages, not wild, but purposeful, and pulled her inside. Wait, I didn't even finish brushing my teeth. 3. The land of trash. Jenny stumbled forward and gasped. Mountains of garbage rose like dark cliffs. Plastic bags rustled like ghosts. The sky was a dull gray, heavy with smoke. Is this a world made of trash? She whispered. Her voice sounded small inside the silence. Something crunched under her shoes. She jumped. Ew, what was that? 4. The old man in the pit. At the center of the wasteland, an old man slowly hauled trash toward a deep, endless pit. His back was bent, his hands scraped and tired, but his eyes, when he looked up, were calm. Ancient, kind. Jenny approached. Sir, what are you doing here? The man smiled sadly. Ah, a visitor. 5. The divine punishment. She stepped closer. But why are you doing this alone? The old man lifted a broken can, his fingers trembling. God gave me this punishment, he whispered. I must face the waste I made while I was alive. Jenny's breath caught. That's a lot of waste. He nodded. More than a lifetime should carry. 6. The endless task. I must throw away every piece I wasted, he said, and eat every crumb I once left behind. He picked up a moldy crust of bread. Jenny covered her mouth. No, don't. That's awful. But the man swallowed it quietly. No punishment is sweet, child. But it must be finished. 7. The burden of the past. Jenny watched him work. His hands shook. His legs wobbled. Yet he kept going, never once complaining. Jenny whispered, Does it hurt? He smiled gently. Regret is heavier than pain. Her heart tensed. She knew that feeling. That tightness in the chest when you know you should have done better. 8. The offer of help. Jenny stepped forward again. Please, you don't have to do this alone. Her eyes glimmered. I wasted food today too. If this place is real, then maybe it's partly my fault too. The old man's eyes softened. He reached out and touched her hand, leaving a small dust print on her fingers. Child, your heart is good. 9. The refusal. But I cannot let you help, he said gently. Jenny blinked. Why not? If you help me, heaven will test me again. This burden was born from my own waste, and must end by my own hands. He picked up another rotten piece of bread. But your kindness, his voice cracked. It lightens my heart more than you know. Jenny felt tears warm her eyes. She whispered, I just don't want you to suffer anymore. 10. The sky grows still. Suddenly, the wind stopped. The smoke stilled. The trash mountains stopped shifting. A soft light rose from deep in the pit, glowing like a quiet sea. Jenny grabbed the man's sleeve. Is it over? He smiled as if he had waited lifetimes for this moment. Yes, the last shadow is gone. 11. The rebirth. The old man looked at Jenny, his eyes shining like clean morning water. Thank you, he whispered, for seeing me. Jenny choked on her words. Will I see you again? Perhaps, he said softly. In a better place. He stepped into the rising light. The world held its breath. And then a newborn cry echoed upward, bright and pure, like the sound of life beginning again. 12. The promise. Jenny awoke in her own bed. Warm sunlight touched her face. And from the kitchen came a soft voice. Jenny, breakfast is ready. Jenny placed her hand on her chest. The heaviness was gone, replaced by a quiet, steady warmth. She whispered, I'll never waste again. Outside her window, the world felt new.